let's talk JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, so this episode was essentially about Jojo learning about the Haman energy and how to channel it and become a better fighter so we can actually defeat Dio proper. Which is interesting because it's essentially just how the particles in the world react with one another and being able to control it. So, the episode mainly starts off with Speedwagon delivering him to Arena, who heals his wounds. And Jojo and Arena have a nice, happy reunion. So they're finally a couple again after all this time, after 7 years. And while they're walking home after exploring the house, they're approached by Zeppeli, a very bizarre man who doesn't really do too much good with his first impression, but immediately heals Jojo's arm by essentially using his Haman energy to heal him, despite the fact that he's injured, and they're confused at first, but then realize what happened. And Zeppeli agrees to teach Jojo what he knows and how to combat Dio, and explains how the mask turned his father into a vampire, and his father died, but not before killing the entire crew, leaving Zeppeli the only one alive. So he agrees to teach Jojo the ways of Haman and how to become a better fighter so that he can actually take down Dio. Meanwhile, Dio has recruited Jack the Ripper into his ranks because Jack the Ripper was in fact a real person and a very violent person, and then just disappeared, and nobody really knows to this day what happened to him. But JoJo's Bizarre Adventure provided the answer. He was turned into a zombie. And became controlled by Dio, technically speaking, but I mean, that's not probably what happened, but in the lore of this series, that's what happened to Jack the Ripper. So anyway, Jack the Ripper is recruited into Dio's ranks and begins killing people so that Dio can get strength back, while also enabling Jack the Ripper to also gain strength. And it's at this point where Speedwagon finds out about this, tells Jojo and Zeppeli, and the three all go over to deal with Jack the Ripper, who basically traps them in the tunnel and kills their driver so that they can't escape. And Zeppeli gives Jojo a lesson on how to control Haman energy while facing off against Jack the Ripper before Jack the Ripper retreats. And it explains how Jojo has to go defeat him without spilling a single drop of the wine that he's been holding, because let's just point this out, Zeppeli beat Jack the Ripper without spilling a single drop of his wine, and then hands off the wine to Jojo and says, okay, good luck, but if you do this, you fail and I will abandon you. That's basically what he said. So Jojo goes in, and after employing the teachings of Zeppeli, realizes that the wine is a Haman detector, and uses it to access Haman energy and defeats Jack the Ripper using the Haman energy without breaking the wall. And Jack the Ripper's brain basically just explodes, because that's the only way to kill a zombie in this universe. And that's where the episode ends. So, yeah, Dio has also recruited the Medicine Man into his ranks, and is functioning as his sole character now, his sole minion. That's what's the words that I was trying to look for, but yeah. Dio is powerful. He turned one of the most notorious serial killers into his puppet. I'm just saying, Dio is powerful. If he can make even the most powerful, even the most terrifying of serial killers into his puppet, then what chance does Jojo have? Although it's probably going to be a very good chance, because Jojo now has the powers of Haman energy after learning it at a rudimentary level. He hasn't quite mastered it, but he's learned how to use it effectively in combat now. So he knows how to do it. But yeah, Jojo has a chance. A very slim chance, but a chance. And now we know that Jojo can easily defeat Dio if he wanted to, but he needs to work harder on it to become more powerful. because he can't really do much of anything at the current state. And it's also nice that he and Arena got back together after 7 years because of the whole rocky friction between the two. I am assuming she's forgotten the first kiss thing at this point, but I wouldn't put it's entirely possible. Because that was the whole reason they broke up in the first place. It's because Dio kissed Arena and stole her first kiss so that he could emotionally destroy Jojo, which was what set the entire thing in motion. So in a way, Arena is responsible for the entire series. That was what set off the entire series, if you think about it. So her being back in the story could only open up new possibilities. So, yes, it was awesome, and I loved it. And if you guys have seen this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like and that subscribe button. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!